clever, yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys fell short last week after a victory in the opener. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The final week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. You might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Stroud looking to throw. That's caught. Emeka Buka. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd and 3.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing now is Stroud. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store.
2nd and 10. At the 20.
To throw now. Here's Love. That one into the hands of Flowers. And some strong running. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To Zay Flowers. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Love looking to throw it. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And Stroud now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Stroud. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now.
Jake Camarda in punt formation.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Love, they go play action now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They give to Achane on the option. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground, Achane. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Zay Flowers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now we just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up. We'll soon find out.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
A gain of 7. First down, Packers.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the big boy have the juice? And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Play action. Here's Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4.
Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On to punt is Camarda as he sends this one away. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hand off to H.A. to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. As they've got it as we resume action. Right back to Achane on second down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Falcons on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Love from the gun. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's good for a Packers first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Packer first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But all you guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hampton.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Back to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And the Packers first down.
Here goes Stroud again. Going right back to Ferguson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. The Falcons 15.
They'll work inside here, Hampton.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down.
Again, it's Hampton.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson.
And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Operating from the gun. Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will give the football back.
But give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. You know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard
A run straight ahead with Achane.
Gets around him. Oh, some strong running. Touchdown, Falcons.
Devon Achane. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Yeah, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A 7-yard gain.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud completes this out wide. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Falcons.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Stroud out of the gun here. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Stroud looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Fair catch. Signaled for
The Falcons offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
in punt formation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch. Signaled for
The Packers offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Throwing now is Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Hook made by Terrell Bernard.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Here's Love. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
27-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now. Now Love.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Chigakakwo.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. As Stroud now to throw. We'll check this one down to Hampton.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Stroud to throw it. Open man is Ibuka.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They're spotted at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll get back 3.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We also might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on the way to a lopsided victory.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
to pass. Here's Jordan Love. And that will be incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the middle.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your running.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more.
Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Throwing. Love.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Falcons take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Now, a familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
A good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35 while marking down officially at the 34.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Stroud keeps it. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. On the give, this is Hampton. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. Here's Stroud. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And he'll get this one out to about his 14. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And he's going to have the Falcons first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Achane gets it from the gun.
Nifty move. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Cordell Flott on the cover.
Love now.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Give here to Hampton.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Stroud. That is caught. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Packers! Alec
Pierce. 68 yards. And the Packers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Here's A.J. to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They go bootleg. Love. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hampton. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Falcons' 34-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. That's complete to Pierce. 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards.
Operating from the gun. Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They will run for it with Hampton. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Go, 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 go!
The drive starts with a run from A.J. And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Glove. short throw taken in by Okonkwo. From the 41, it is 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Nick Bosa on the stop. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and...
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Tackle on the play by Christian Benford.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Love will sneak it. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
6-yard line.
Love from the gun. Pass caught. He's lane with it.
An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Love looking to throw it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Jalen Lane from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Stroud looking to throw. He gets this to Hampton.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Give him the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
When you get outside the tackle, and the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack, down he goes.
Nick Herbig able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with it.
On now goes the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Spins away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Achane. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Pass caught by Pearson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's to the tight end, Helm. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Hampton.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Packers.
Back to Hampton on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And Stroud now to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal